Ladies and gentlemen, or gender non-assignment people, welcome to the Flow podcast, the podcast that no one asked for, but everyone needs. I am your host, Flow. I'm so excited to get back into your ear holes after a very long hiatus from all things creative. Some of you may be familiar with the B&D Super Show, which had an amazing 5-season run. I have a ton of amazing memories that came from those seasons and the people that were a part of making them. A number of you listening today may have been a part of an episode or two, and I'm so grateful for each of you. With that said, the B&D Super Show was also shrouded in tragedy over the years. 2008, we lost a dear friend and co-writer of the show, Damian Biddle, who passed away suddenly in a very tragic car accident. 2017, we lost two more friends in the same year, Jason Eaton, a.k.a. Droopy, a.k.a. Droop Dizzle, and DJ Craig Phillips, or Crazy C, as we called him on the show. The bfloshowpodcast podcast is dedicated to the memory of these three men. We shared the same sense of humor, and they definitely live on in my heart and mind. It is my mission that they live on through some of these bits that you'll hear in the show in coming episodes, and I know they're listening with us now. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone for the overwhelming support I'm seeing flood in. It makes me very happy to be able to create and perform for anyone or no one that is listening or not listening. I have a ton of people that have been asking me if we'll be having special guests on the show, a lot like the B&D Super Show in the past. The answer is 100% absolutely. I just can't talk to myself forever, even though I try. I would love to feature some old friends as well as new ones. Since I don't have the capacity of the old Studio Zero, this is going to be a work in progress, and I hope you guys enjoy. And with all that said, we'll be right back after these commercial messages. Hi friends, have you ever had that feeling of existential dread that you just can't quite seem to shake? Do you wake up at night in a cold sweat? Do you wake up in the morning with a hot sweat? Do you clam up at the DMV when they call your number? Do you applaud one too many times at your cousin's graduation ceremony? Do you have chronic back spasms that make it difficult for you to make love to your wife? Do you have trouble keeping your apartment as clean as you would like it to be? Do you have pets that you rarely see or seldom feed? Do you have a car window that will not roll up or down? Do you wish that your TV screen was slightly larger? Does someone owe you money? Do you have a hernia mesh that got stuck in your navel? Do you like Elvis Presley a little too much? Do you have towels in your house that haven't been washed enough times to dry you off super quickly? Do you still debate the bitrate capabilities between the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis? Did you finish your science homework assignment? Are you over the age of 47? If you answered yes or no to any of these questions, join the No Answers in All Questions Society today. Leave all the hard questions to us. Welcome back to the Flow Show podcast, the show that asks you all the important questions. Today's topic is, drum roll somewhere, I don't have any drums. Today's topic is top 10 lists. That's right, top 10 lists. Leave it to the legendary David Letterman to start a tradition that is carrying YouTube videos into the 21st century. Oh yes, folks, it's the top 10 list. If you've ever opened your internet browser to YouTube, BuzzFeed, or the Facebooks, you have seen a top 10 list of something. Top 10 ways to braid your Yorkie's hair, top 10 dental floss recipes, top 10 granny panty styles. It's freaking ridiculous the amount of minutes I've spent watching these damn top 10 videos. I just get sucked into one, and then the next thing you know, I Want It That Way is the number one boy band song of the 90s, and I just happen to know this from these videos. Needless to say, after the countless top 10 videos that have been made, there have to be some off-the-wall, utterly ridiculous shit that has come out, right? I've compiled my own top 10 list here, and that's right, it's a top 10 list of shitty top 10 lists. These are real lists found from different sources. A couple of them BuzzFeed. I won't name names. Top 10 Breaking Benjamin songs is number 10. Do they even have 10 songs? Much less 10 hits? I mean, Diary of Jane was okay. Blow Me Away is definitely my personal favorite. But can the average rock fan even name 10 Breaking Benjamin songs? I challenge you to do so. I dare you. This list is like having a top 10 list of Rick Astley songs. And that list would go something like this. Number 10, Never Gonna Give You Up. Number 9, Never Gonna Let You Down. Number 8, Never Gonna Run You Around. Number 7, And Desert You. Number 6, Never Gonna Make You Cry. Number 5, Never Gonna Say Goodbye. Number 4, Never Gonna Tell You a Lie. Number 3, And Hurt You. Then you have number 2, The Diary of Jane. Number 1, Blow Me Away. No, for real, Blow Me Away. Just do it. This is stupid. Keeping in tune with the music theme, let's go to number 9. Top 10 great songs from terrible bands. If the bands were terrible, how in the hell did they have great songs? What a bunch of oxymorons. Am I right? The fact that millions of people were exposed to your song and liked it, with a response to buy singles and albums, means that you have to be at least a decent songwriter. The only thing I can say about this is there are songs that I completely loathe that are on the top 40 radio station rotations. They get played on the hour, every hour for months. They all have an intelligence level of a single cell microorganism. But the song is catchy enough for it to be played over and over and over again and liked by the masses. The band is not as terrible as the song in some cases. Anyway, number 8, top 10 doorknobs. I'm trying to leave my ex out of this, but I just can't help myself. Top 10 doorknobs. The ones you twist to the right, the one you push down. Any other ideas, folks? Number 7, top 10 animated kids shows with surprisingly sexy women. I would have loved to have been in that creative meeting. Okay, guys. We're going to need a top 10 list this week. Barry, you haven't come up with anything in a while. Any ideas? Yeah, I was watching My Little Pony the other day, and I was thinking about how Rainbow Dash is sexy and what it would be like if she were a person and my girlfriend. We should all look at kids shows and find our favorite sexy characters. All right, Barry, get the hell out of here. This is the last straw. You're fired. Number 6 is top 10 hardest ways to eat breakfast. Number 1 has to be a tie between while returning to Earth's orbit after a long space mission and while your grandma watches you make bad decisions with your personal life. Couple of runners up here is going to be eating breakfast on top of Mount Everest, naked, and in the Mariana Trench with no submarine with a tap-dancing giant freaking squid. Number 5 is top 10 soups. Isn't the best soup in the world purely subjective? The first run-in I had with this notion was in kindergarten. I was at the lunch table and some people didn't like the chocolate milk and they drank white, plain milk like freaks. A girl I used to sit with used to give me her pizza because she didn't like it. I thought she was nuts. How do you not like pizza? That was the first time in my short life that I ever heard of someone not liking pizza at all. Some people are going to love chicken noodle soup. Others are going to hate it. There can be no universally agreed on number 1 absolute best soup. So top 10 soups, stupid. Number 4. Get a load of this one. Number 4. Top 10 reasons to not buy an electric vehicle and why each one is wrong. So, reasons you should buy an electrical vehicle? I'm just going to go on to number 3. Top 10 reasons not to move to Arizona. Wow, what the hell did Arizona ever do to you? And why are you campaigning against its rise in population? I mean, the Diamondbacks haven't won a World Series since '01, and the Cardinals have never won at all. But come on, the Grand Canyon's okay. And wouldn't you like to see a Roadrunner? Number 2. Top 10 Words That Almost Rhyme with Peas. This was the title of David Letterman's first ever top 10 list, and with a title like that, it's amazing that the top 10 lasted for over 30 years. We have Letterman again to thank for this format. He had 30 years of making a living off these things. They're endless. Top 10 lists will never die. So thank you, sir, Mr. Letterman. All right, that brings us to the number one top 10 shitty top 10 list. And number one is top 10 penis shapes. You heard that right. There is a list of top 10 penis shapes. And definitely I've struggled to come up with commentary on this particular topic. So I'll just comment with a poem here. I once knew a man from Nantucket. He went to the closet and whipped out a bucket. He stepped right up and tried his luck. Unfortunately, it was in public. One saw it close, one saw it far. Needless to say, their mouths were ajar when he invited them all to... And that's all the time we have for the very first episode of the B-Flow Show podcast. Like, subscribe, tell your mamas and papas. If you'd like to donate to B-Flow Show podcast, hit me up through Facebook Messenger, Cash App, hashtag bflow777. Definitely all donations. I would love to collaborate with you for future endeavors, future shows, brainstorm, creative content, and definitely want to give you a voice. And all gifts will go to the betterment of the quality of the content of B-Flow Show podcast. And any amount is appreciated. We do appreciate that. Just trying to live the dream of entertaining the masses, and I hope I've fulfilled some of that mission today by being in your heart and mind with these stupid lists. Thank you so much for listening, everybody, and we will see you next week on the next episode of the B-Flow Show podcast. Thank you.